Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the Balance University podcast. I'm your host, Nick Costulis. Today is a special video. I have one of my mentorship students on for you guys. This is Israel from Canada. Yo, thank you very much for coming on the podcast, bro.
How's it going, Nick? Thanks for having me. Excited to be here, all the way from
Anytime,
Toronto.
dude.
Let's get it.
Yeah, dude. Let's jump right into it. So, what did you do so far with your agency? What have you accomplished so far in the past couple days, few weeks?
I got my first client, man. So very excited to have that. So 4 days right after we got into the whole coaching. I got into Balance University. 4 days after I got my first client, and right now I'm working on. Well, we are working on providing the service and delivering that service for them. So exciting things.
Hell yeah, bro. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want to touch on in this video because for anybody at home who's wondering, there's only 6 people left that I plan on mentoring, and that includes me onboarding you guys and taking care of the clients that you currently have. So basically the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to give you the ability to focus on what's important, which is sales, which is, just scaling business and ultimately giving you some confidence to go in there and talk to business owners to feel like you can actually get the job done. When you're a beginner, I realized like when I was a beginner, I guess I wasn't as confident as you probably were in your meeting because I feel like because I gave you all of my testimonials because I said, I'll take care of this person once you get them. I feel like that gave you like that little bit of motivation, not even motivation. It gave you the
Little boost,
that last little boost that you need to just close that client, because too many people get too caught up in their head and they don't take action because of specific reasons. So quick question, were you cold calling at all before you hopped on the mentorship?
No, I actually had not done anything at all regarding to an agency or anything like that. I had thoughts of starting one. I had looked into it, but other than that, nothing, to be honest. So it was just very helpful to either have the resources to go into the meeting, because when you're starting, you don't have that, right? You don't have anything. You're like, okay, so who am I? Why should I be asking for money for a service that I may know about, but I just haven't done it. So it really did help a lot, just jumping in, having all of those testimonials, having to talk to you before the meeting, just to make sure everything goes smoothly, and it was very, very, very helpful going into the first meeting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was my main goal, was to just increase your confidence. And dude, for you, like deciding, all right, I'll do this agency thing, I'll make it happen, I'll sign up, and then to get a client 4 days later is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
100%.
I guess, what part of your personality do you think is responsible for you being like, able to, pick up this so quickly? Because honestly, this isn't easy. Like, anybody who thinks this is like a get rich quick thing, it's 100% not.
No.
But dude, you sell a few cars for your dealership, you're gonna be looking pretty good, pretty fast.
Exactly, they're gonna be happy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to be honest, man, like you said, like it's not. I've always been sort of like entrepreneurial like that. I've always wished and dreamed to have my own business, and researching, going through YouTube and see what the options are. But yeah, man, like I've my experience itself, and that was one thing I think that helped me out. But even then, I was very nervous, and I'm going into a world that I'm not really too familiar with. So it really helped, having your team assist me with the meeting and delivering the service that I promised to them, which I'm very confident in. So looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
So what do you think is the main thing that persuaded you to start the mentorship program? Okay, because like most people, they buy courses from entrepreneurs to learn how to do
Yeah,
this stuff. Like, what made you go, I want a mentor instead of just a course?
man, to be honest, like I've been looking into mentorship and all that stuff. I know that it works. I know that having a mentor just extremely helps you, to get into the next level, right? Whether you're starting, whether you're in the middle, or whether you're higher up, there's always room for improvement. So
Right.
what really helped me out, like, just to jump the gun on that, I was just like, I wanted to do something. I had courses before, but yeah, I was just researching one day. I saw your video, and I've seen other videos. I've seen other mentorship programs that people offer. But the thing to me is, like I told you this before on our first call, like it was just very, very real when I talked to you, just because you reached out to me. It was your phone number, and we got to talking right away, right? It wasn't really like salesy. It wasn't like a salesperson from the company calling me just to get a sale. It wasn't like that. So, and I remember the first thing that you told me was, "Hey, listen, like the first thing I can do for you is just be your friend and help you achieve the things that you're trying to achieve." So, that was, I think, the factor that made me just sign up and jump the gun on it.
I got you. I mean, I applaud you for doing that because a lot of people are, they hate the job that they currently have, or, they're looking for a way out, but they're too scared to take that initial, like,
Exactly, man. Exactly. You need to decide
yeah,
whether you want to do it or not. Like I quit my job even before I knew what I was gonna do. Right? I
yeah,
quit the comfy job, the stable job, and I was like, you know what, this is not for me. And it took me about a year to get into, to sign up for this. So I've man, like I don't regret it at all. I'm very excited for what's to come. And yeah, man, like that's what really helped me get the first
yeah.
client. So
So what do you think, like, I know like these questions are pretty similar to what I've asked you like earlier in the video, but like what specifically between getting someone's guidance and absorbing video content, like where's the parallel? Like what's the difference, that true difference that helps the person go from never had a client to just on my first one? Like what do you think that is? You know what I'm saying? Like how come people don't get results and they'll take Ty
from
Lopez's course,
content,
they'll take
yeah,
everybody's course, and they'll just be consumption like crazy, but there's no like action. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it is. I think people just they're too much of trying to figure everything out. I initially was just like, yo, like go talk, like go make sales, because like
100%.
that's how you get the ball rolling. If you're not reaching out, if you're not making connections like with the network that you currently have, like you were willing to do that immediately. There was no like, bro, I need to finish your whole entire course before I feel comfortable getting
Yeah,
started. You were
or have
like,
a logo or trade name or whatever.
that's what I'm saying, bro. You don't need a
Yeah,
logo yet.
exactly. So going
Yeah,
back to the question, it's like, yeah, of course, man. Like the whole difference. Like I bought courses before, on Facebook ads, Instagram, FBA. I
yeah,
bought the courses, and they're good to get the general idea, but the real stuff is with experience. Like, obviously, we both can get the same content from buying courses,
yeah,
but the difference between you and me is that you've gone through the whole process. You've gone 4 years, 5 years with the agency, and that's something you can't really get in content, just because it'll take you, hours or video, right, to get all that in there. And any questions that I may have, you've gone through it, you've gone through the whole process, and it's very familiar to you. And so that's where I feel like the mentorship really helps, just because any question that I may have, it's like, hey, listen, like this is what you need to do. Whereas the content, a course that you buy, is just for the general public. It's very broad, very general, and it's not really specific to the individual and where they're at. And that's where I feel the mentorship really does just shine, man. There's no difference at all.
Like
At all.
I totally agree. Like in my opinion, with the mentorship, you cut the learning curve ridiculously because, like you said, I have 4 years of experience doing this. I have 4 years of dumbass mistakes that I've made that I've learned from that I can be like, dude,
Yeah,
avoid
100%.
this, avoid that. Make sure your tonality is good. Make sure, just your overall confidence and assertiveness in the meeting is on point. Like we had like 3 coaching calls before you actually went into that first meeting. I want to, talk a little bit about the last coaching call that we had before you closed it. Like we practiced some rebuttals. The main question, and this is, I get this literally almost every time I go on a business meeting, is why would we hire someone else to do it if we do it ourselves? And that's
100. Yeah.
something we practiced. You know what I'm saying? So now, did you remember what you told me? Do you remember like your initial thought process of what you said? And do you remember what I told you to say? I'm
The
gonna quiz you.
question? The
Yeah,
question?
that question.
Bro.
I'm gonna say it one more time, slowly. Why would I hire you to do my marketing if I could just, boost the Facebook ads myself?
Bro, like the main, like you told me a few things, but yeah, man, like going in, I was like, yo, Nick, like what happens if they tell me this, because that's what I would say to someone. It's like, yo, why would I pay someone else, right?
Yeah,
And we went through the rebuttals, and you were like, hey, listen, like just say this, say that, and
yeah,
it just really shifted, my perspective into going to the meeting. Instead of me going and trying to beg for a contract, I went in
yeah.
confident, and I went with a belief that I can add value to their company
Right.
and increase their sales, right? So that was like
Yeah.
the main thing when we tried to practice the rebuttals and whatnot. And it was very
Right.
specific to my situation, right? I would have never gotten that from a course. The course would tell you general things like be confident, like dress well, to feel whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But having a mentor just really helps you get on get confident on what you really need to be confident in, which is the very specifics, such as the meeting at a certain
Right.
niche, the
Right.
meeting at this, or servicing this sort of like company. So
Right. So yeah, dude, like at the end of the day, like all business owners, the majority of them are over 40 years old. And they don't have time to be on their, on the computer learning how to, execute marketing in the most efficient way possible. That that is why, in my opinion, starting your own agency in 2020 is like one of the most profitable business models you could start, is because of the need for you. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly.
So the answer to that question, that rebuttal, is because I'm working on it all day. I'm studying it all day. I have a team of people
That's
who've
what I
gotten
do.
results from A to Z. It's what I do. You spend your whole day running your business. You don't have enough time in the day to figure out as much marketing that I know, because I'm spending the whole day running this marketing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and I even on my first meeting I brought it up, right?
yeah,
Uh, the owner was like, man, I'm an old guy, I could figure it out, but I don't want to. I want to just do my own thing, which is selling cars. And I told them exactly that. Hey, listen, like we're here. This is what we do. We're a marketing agency. This is what we specialize in. Let us do our job, and then you can focus on what's really important to you, which is
yeah,
running a business. Just because marketing is just very time consuming, and
hmm,
that's what we're selling, right? We're selling either result based services or convenience services, which is content creation and all that stuff. So it's very
yeah,
valuable to this owners with small businesses that want to increase their sales. I believe it's very, very valuable for them.
yeah. I mean, like these these business owners are definitely like, think about it yourself. You want to outsource, you outsource it to my company, and my team takes care of it. I don't touch the ads. You don't touch the ads, and the business owner doesn't want to touch the ads either. You know why?
Yeah,
Because he's the business owner. You know
exactly,
what I'm
man.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
the business owner needs to focus on working on the business,
Yeah.
not in the business. Second, you're working in the business, you don't give yourself enough headspace to continue to grow the business.
You're just working for yourself. You're a glorified employee, right? You're working for, you gotta work on the business, and that's what your program does, right? It helps
Yeah,
students focus on what's important, which is scaling, like you said, and
yeah,
the little tasks, which is, well, not little, but very important part of it, but the delivering the service, which is the results.
yeah.
It's something that you guys help with. So it's just very, very how you call it?
It's like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's like,
Exactly.
you've seen, like, you met Mike, you met Zach, like my ads guy, my email marketing guy, like they you had confidence in them the second you started talking to them. Like, I feel like, once you have that, once you have like the confidence that you can really deliver the service, that's why I'm still, reaching out to businesses and growing this. You know what I'm saying?
Of
So,
course.
um, you know, I would say it's mainly because I have the free time to continue to do that, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was running the ads and whatnot. So, yeah, bro, I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast, and I would love to have you on whenever you want, dude. Honestly, if we're gonna talk business, if we're going to, just make this agency happen, let's keep you know, my YouTube channel informed of how we go
Of
from
course,
start to
man.
finish.
Thank you so much for letting me know. I know we've been planning this for a while, and today is just it just happened. So that's amazing.
Yeah,
And yeah, man, we'll keep up. We'll keep adding value to these people. And if they wanna, it's like if they're wondering what it is to start, this is what it is, right? Whatever we're talking
yeah,
about now, this is what it is. They might. I know people say that, oh, all these people are making already money. They're well on their way. This is a place where I'm actually starting. These people are actually starting.
yeah.
And they can follow the path, and if they would like to get on the ship, then there's you can show them how to do that.
Exactly. They have that opportunity. And you know what? I feel like releasing this free content on YouTube is just, good karma. You know what I'm saying? I just
Man,
hope
adding
somebody
value.
learns
Yeah,
something.
of
Exactly.
course, man,
Somebody gets
adding
some
value.
value.
And
Exactly.
honestly, man, like if I ever seen something like this when I was starting, before even I talked to you, I would have been so relieved, just because I know that it just becomes a very humanized thing, right? We're starting.
Yeah.
We're two guys, obviously starting, but I'm one person, that's
4 years in
starting there.
is starting. Like, I'm 23. I'm just getting started. You're really just getting started. You just happen to get
Exactly.
a client in a blink of an eye of being literally an infant in the world of business, and all of a sudden you got somebody because you had a few specific things you needed to learn. And I was like, all right, here's the thing: you have the majority. You have the communication skills. You got the charisma. All you need to understand is a few
It's
different
selling.
things for selling. Dude, you absorbed it like a sponge, bro. I'm very happy you got your first client, and there's many more come.
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. Let's do an update on the second client, just to show people that how fast you can grow, how fast you can scale. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it here on live, like just new clients are coming in. We're gonna update you guys just to keep it
yeah,
real, 100, and just so you guys can have some value
100%.
out of
Yeah,
this
dude.
podcast.
Next podcast, we'll share my screen, and then we can go over like your client's ad.
Analyze it,
What our
yeah.
plans are for the client. Give him some free publicity. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck it. I got
I'm
some
in it,
people
man.
who watch from Canada. Maybe they'll buy a car.
There you go, brother. There you go. We're not too far away.
Exactly. All right, dude. I appreciate you being on. We'll talk soon.
Thanks for having me, man. Have a good night, brother.
Peace out.
Take it.
All right, guys. So that was probably the most successful mentorship student that I currently have. My goal as a 23-year-old right now is to just focus on growing my marketing agency and also my YouTube channel. So I would appreciate it if you're new here to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be releasing podcast videos as often as I can, answering whatever, business entrepreneurship questions that you may have. All right. So that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out.